Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Ironis Insights. I have a great guest here today, Milind Katti, CEO and co-founder of DemandFarm. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Alex. I'm doing very well. A
Where are
great
you
day.
calling from?
I'm nowadays in India. Yeah, I alternate between US and India. But yeah, when it's too cold there, I prefer here, and vice
Perfect.
versa.
I mean, that makes perfect sense. It's just starting to warm up here in New York City.
Yeah,
Where are you based in the US?
I'm near DC.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah. In Ashburn, there's a look Ashburn near DC. That's where I
Yeah,
am.
I have family lives in city center down in
Mm,
downtown.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for hopping on. I really
Oh,
appreciate it.
my pleasure. My
Yeah,
pleasure.
I'm
My
looking
pleasure.
forward to hearing your story. So why don't you give us, a little bit on your background and how you got to where you are with Demand Farm today.
Sure, sure. Yeah, so born and brought up in India, and lucky to catch the wave of liberalization, globalization, and then happy to get a good education grounding in the form of engineering. I graduated in electronics and communication engineering. Also did an MBA in sales and marketing. But have been an entrepreneur for a long time. I mean, very early, started trying to build companies very early in my career, after doing few stints in sales. So we were one of the first companies to start what later on became like one of the first companies to start inside sales outsourcing out of India, way back in 2003.
Uh-huh.
So this was even before LinkedIn days and so on. So we were helping basically what today called as demand gen, lead gen, SDR. That's kind of process that we started outsourcing to India in 2003-4 for a lot of B2B companies, mostly based in India and US, who are our customers. Ran that for almost 15 years, grew it to 700-800 people by 2018.
Wow.
By the obviously, and then we kept changing from simply being an inside sales outsourcing to digital marketing technologies,
Uh-huh.
the publishing company ourselves, and then a full suite of demand gen performance marketing, and then a whole lot of stuff is what we did. We got acquired by Ziff Davis. It's an NYSE listed company, one of the premium B2B media companies in the world. So they acquired us.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That acquisition happened in 2018. Uh, but that gave me so literally my entire career was in sales and marketing technologies in this time frame. And then I was fortunate to have a front row seat in terms of how technology is changing sales and marketing, especially in B2B area. So once the rest of the acquisition thing was over, handed over, etc., one thought that always lingered in my mind was there were there were a lot of tools for marketers, there are a lot of tools for salespeople, right? But for B2B companies, when it comes to key account managers whose job is to farm and mine existing strategic accounts, they were left to themselves.
Mhm.
So I thought, okay, why can't technology help there? What are the tools that we can build for them? And so on. So that's how Demand Farm was born in a way. I co-founded Demand Farm with that vision in mind. One of the pioneers in that space, started off as a SaaS product, and in last 2 years, of course, it's now an AI native product, essentially. So that's been my journey. Uh, yeah.
I mean, that's fantastic. From your first company, what, you ran it for what, 13 years, 18 years?
Yeah, almost 15 years, 2003 to 2018. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, and then getting acquired was that originally your goal to get acquired?
Not really, not really. But it kind of happened. I
Yeah.
mean, so Alex, I think what happens for all of us is so what we call a 0 to 1, 1 to 10, 10 to 100 kind of journeys, right? So for us, we had gotten to that 10 million plus kind of a journey, and 10 to 100 is a very different game, and that requires a different set of skills because so 0 to 1 is one game, 1 to 10 is another game, and 10 to 100 would be a different game altogether. So we thought partnering with this large company would make that journey easier, and it could be fulfilling for us as well as if as well as to our customers and employees, of course. So we thought it's better to do that journey with them, and that journey is going great. By the way, even today, it's been 7 years.
Mhm.
People and companies doing very well.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds great. I really like what you did when you started Demand Farm, which is basically, going outside the box and trying to see who you could help that has something to help, finding the problem. And
Mm,
and when you could create a product that solves a problem, then you have something, right? That no one else
mm,
has.
mm. Yeah.
So, can you share a little bit more about what you started doing at Demand Farm initially, and then maybe we could get into, what you're doing now later and how you've evolved. But
Yeah. Sure. Sure. So when we started thinking about it, we started obviously like most SaaS products of those days. I mean, it's so strange that even 8 years ago looks like those days now. That's
yeah.
how. So when we started early, it was all about the what does a key account manager or somebody whose job is to manage an existing account grow would need, right? So they would create an account plan which was in a PowerPoint. They would have account financials, perhaps in their ERP or somewhere else. They would have their opportunities and contacts in a CRM, and a lot of account intelligence because these people meet guys like who support me, who's got what budget, who influences whom. All of this is in account manager's head, right?
Mhm.
So what we started off was trying to create a centralized system where basically a system of records and a little bit of workflow automation. So that's what we started off doing, and over a period of time, obviously, that only that is not enough. So we said, okay, how can we make it smarter and smarter, and then so on. So and of course, AI changed the game 2 years ago, and then it was until AI came, Alex. I was still struggling with the fact that. Uh, uh, so the sales leaders and sales operations leaders, revenue operations leaders would buy the tool, would buy Demand Farm,
Yep.
but the users who are account managers still had some resistance because it was still a question of creating data,
Uh-huh.
right? And then so the benefit was to the organization and leaders, not so much to the user themselves.
User meaning like the salesperson.
The salesperson, the account managers, the key
Yeah.
account managers,
Yeah.
right? So and I was struggling with that. And then now we've moved from system of records to system of insights and system of actions.
Mhm.
And that's what AI helped us do. So today, it's no longer a data entry for the key account managers. We do the account research, we do the contact research, we understand the sentiment, we figure out what is sold in this account and not sold, and then how do I help you with this, taking away the entire legwork of the account research to everything. So now, from day one, we are able to now provide insights to the account managers, and that has been a revelation not only to my customer users but also to me.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't even imagine being I mean, I have a background in sales for 15 years, and
Yeah, yeah.
I remember when I started at a commercial real estate company, and
Mm,
I was given a desk, an Excel spreadsheet on a PC,
mm, mm,
and they
mm.
said, go, start making some money. And, everything was like by hand and it was a Fortune 250 company, but still a
Mm,
dinosaur. And this was 15 years ago, so not too long
right,
ago. Um,
right.
but so I've always been trying to find out how we can become more efficient, and especially for an account manager or a salesperson, where you're doing so much of these remedial tasks, which is just researching the same thing, looking
Yeah.
up the company, trying to find the right contact, making sure that's valid. And it sounds like you have a fix for that.
Almost. So luckily now, most of the touch points, Alex, and most of the data is anyway digital today, right?
Yep.
So all the meetings are in my calendar. All the emails are, of course, in my mail, right? All my calls are recorded nowadays and dumped somewhere,
Yep.
right? My opportunities, contacts, they are there somewhere. They're already digitally there. They're in LinkedIn or they're somewhere, right? So now can you, and then there are notes, and then what have you won? What have you lost?
Hmm.
Right? There in here. And then about my account, especially if it's a public company, if that's my customer account, there's so much of data available about them on the internet,
Yep.
publicly available.
Yep.
The question is, how do I firstly gather all of this and then train my system to, because this is a lot of data,
Right.
right? So how do I train this co-pilot or somebody who would take away the grunt work from the key account managers and then say, I think flag that key research, key announcement by your customer, right? Hey, I think this is a risk or this is an opportunity. I think this, based on all the 3 months of emails, this is the sentiment of this, and therefore this could be an opportunity or a threat. I mean, whatever, right? So that's a very interesting
It's
thing
it's
that I.
very it's very interesting, and I think it takes a lot of time and process and feedback, probably from the
Yeah,
actual sales folks and account managers to actually fine tune that because they're the ones with their boots on the ground,
yeah,
and they're the ones that knows what kind of information they need and is generally valuable, right? Probably
right.
recent events, obviously, any key factors that are highlighted within the company and
Hmm.
um, and so forth, and current decision makers, right?
Yeah,
All these different
yeah,
things.
yeah.
Um, yeah, so I imagine it when you launched this 2 years ago, this portion of the tool.
Yes, yes, yes. Around 18 months ago,
Hmm.
and one thing that we need to be careful, Alex. I think that's what been my learning is I think especially in B2B situation,
Yeah.
unlike say a customer support process or a lead management process,
Hmm.
B2B sales process and especially B2B key account management process is still predominantly human led, right? Yeah, I can tell whom to build relationship with, but it's that person who has to go and meet that person and then build a relationship with,
Yeah.
right? So we need to be very sure in which process do I build a bot, where do I build a
Yeah.
assistant, where do I build a copilot, where do I build an agentic AI, and where do I build an autonomous agent. We
Hmm.
to be very sure for which process. And at this point of time, for B2B sellers, I think somewhere between assistant and a copilot.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you need some human in there,
Yeah,
because it's very delicate too when you're speaking to the right decision maker. For
yeah,
any B2B sale, it's as
right.
soon as they sniff a bot or automation or something like that, they're going to get a bad taste in their mouth.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I think that's the
Uh,
fine line with AI right now. Is,
yeah,
there's so many of these different AI SDRs, and we
yeah,
use one, and we help implement them, and it's a matter of when you click it off, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
depending on the response, you need to feed it the right information to trigger
Right.
a human response. And
True,
and
true.
that's what I've found actually has a nice
Oh,
response.
yeah, yeah. So a lot of STR process, I think we can use almost an agentic AI. Even for customer support, we can.
Yes,
Uh,
especially support or
yeah,
HR
yeah.
stuff or
Yes, yes, yeah.
yeah. I've seen a lot of it's certainly great for summarizing and doing research,
Oh,
for
brilliant,
helping
brilliant.
you helping your employees with remedial tasks, filling out forms,
Absolutely.
checking boxes. These things are all saving time, which is
Yeah,
also saving them money,
yeah,
so they can
yeah.
focus on their actual sales, money making
Absolutely.
activities. Yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Like, so that's what I've been up to. Very exciting though.
yeah. I mean, it sounds very exciting. So, I mean, it sounds like you've been adapting as quick as you possibly can, as
Mhm.
we've had the tides have turned with AI, and which I think is great. And I think everyone needs to start implementing it, just like you are, and starting to embrace it and, fine tune it and figure out how you can use it to the best of your ability. Now,
Yeah.
this sounds like it's going well for you and you're still making it work. If there's one thing that you could wave a magic wand right now and fix it, what would you want to fix or change?
Um, you mean in the business process or in the market, or what is it?
It could be in your company
Huh.
or the market, or the market as a whole.
Sure. I think this whole uh, there's this so a lot of stuff that we knew about uh, digital marketing or inbound marketing is now like, right. So people no longer search. So very good at SEO, and we spend years in building that content.
Hmm.
But people no longer, not many people search. They're going to ask a Claude, or they're going to ask a Gemini,
Yep.
or ChatGPT, right? So we don't have easy answers for that. I mean, in a way, right? So a lot of things that we knew about marketing, and especially the everything that we knew about digital marketing in terms of how to create a content, how to get audience, how to make search better, how to generate better lead, whatever. All of those processes are now, I think, getting disrupted,
Yeah.
and we don't know.
Hmm.
There are so many more unknowns than knowns. So it's kind of a swimming in an unknown water kind of situation. And I'm supposed to be an expert in it, right? Because I ran that business for 15 years, but
Yeah.
I have become a connoisseur there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so, so if there's a one that can help me give me clarity on that, I guess I think that's
Yeah.
something that
Well, I
I,
think, I love that answer because I think you kind of nailed it because we are in the murky waters right now where we're not sure if people are complete. I mean, from what I've read and I understand, people have not abandoned
yeah,
Google search at all.
of course they're not.
It's not going anywhere. But
Yeah.
are there folks using only Claude and Gemini and ChatGPT? Yes, of course. There's some there's extreme examples of them, using it for a little too much, and and,
Yeah.
and, and
Yeah.
getting into the security of throwing their taxes in there. Hey, can you help me with this? Like bad idea. Don't put that into the
Yeah.
black box. But
Yeah.
but I digress. I think it's a very good answer because we don't know, but neither does the
Mm.
market. So,
Yes.
but how do we adjust to that and proportionally as well, right? Where do you want to invest those resources as a CEO? I'm sure that's something you would love you would love to get your hands on. I'm sure.
Right. Right. Uh, so basically, one of the thumb rules, Alex, that I use is uh, if there are more unknowns than knowns, then experiment. And the moment that table tilts, keep doing faster experiments with
Oh,
more and hypothesis, right? The faster I'm able to either confirm or negate an hypothesis, better it is for me. Because so take faster decisions, keep experimenting, and once the knowns become more than the unknowns, then you put your energy on scaling it. So experimenting and scaling are two different things, and then knowing what to experiment, knowing what to scale are the
yeah,
key. Otherwise, we might end up scaling wrong stuff.
right, right, and that just comes with
And
experience, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
So therefore, what I so it's a and therefore, as a CEO, what do you pay attention to, right? So if you're experimenting, I would rather do a weekly, a slightly more deeper dive into that experiment, into that hypothesis, into that outcome of that experience, right? And so on, and then use your experience brains to figure out, okay, is this working, not working? And if it is a scaling process as a CEO, I would rather hire somebody good and let them run with it because it's scaling end of the day.
Right, right, right. Yeah.
So that's how I'm operating.
Hmm. No, I mean, I
And
think I think that makes a lot of sense. Um, And it's insightful, actually. If you don't know, let's do little experiments. Let's see what's working. Let's see what works. Let's see what doesn't.
Yeah.
And when it
Yeah.
doesn't, scrap it, move on to the next. That's it. If it works,
Yeah.
let's scale it,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And put somebody in charge of scaling it, because scaling requires experience,
Mm,
experimenting requires curiosity. And in
mhm.
fact, experience often becomes a liability for experimenters.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? So I
yeah.
have this young bunch of people with whom I run the experiments with. Experienced guys who are part of my scaling function.
Yeah, yeah.
And with them, I spend time only once in a month,
Right, right.
right?
Yeah,
So,
exactly. You have to have the right people in the right departments. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, exactly. That's awesome, man. Well, listen, like I really appreciate your time. Where
awesome.
where can my viewers find you?
Oh, LinkedIn is the best place.
Okay,
Milind Katti, if you search on LinkedIn, I'm there. I'm
okay,
not so much active on the other social media.
sure,
Website, of course, demandfarm.com
awesome,
that's there. But LinkedIn is the best place. LinkedIn is the best place. Yeah,
awesome. I'll put those links here below the video, and I hope
sure.
you enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks so much.
Same here. Same here. Same here, Alex. Thank you so much. It was lovely talking to you.
Same. Bye.
Bye.